Welcome back to White Fox Afterhours.
Welcome.
I'm Scarlett.
And I'm Cody.
And we are your hosts of White Fox Afterhours.
Yes, we are. And we're back from Europe. Scarlett's just gotten back to the office yesterday.
Yeah.
So talk us through, how was your trip?
Hot off the plane. Well, I feel like we had a lot of podcasts while we were away.
Yeah.
But we didn't end up having time to take everyone on a bit of a BTS vlog of the whole trip.
Yeah,
we've been away for weeks. We were busy. It was really fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's our first UK event and it went so well.
It was honestly so good. I love the UK and I feel like everyone there just really brought the vibes. It was so much fun. The events team, the PR team slayed, and you would have seen our little interviews that we were doing on socials, which was really fun. We've never done that before. So.
Yeah, it was something different. It was really fun. We were trying to make a little red or pink carpet moment.
Yeah.
And interviewed everyone as they were walking in. And yeah, it was such a vibe. We had Joel Corey and Jack Fowler DJing, and yeah, it was just a vibe of a night.
It was. And then we were straight to Mykonos. So we set up the amazing influencer house, and oh my God, that view, that house, the pool, everything in it was just so stunning.
I know.
It was
I
actually
love
like
Mykonos.
a pinch me moment. I couldn't believe that we were staying in a place like that.
It was amazing. Mykonos is just the best place ever. The best times. We had the best group of girls that came on the trip. We had so much fun. We went to all of the iconic places like Scorpios, Namos, everywhere that you're dancing on tables, having the best time ever.
Yeah, the girls had so much fun. We had so much fun.
Where was your favorite place? Because you haven't been to all of these places before.
Yeah, I literally never been to any of these places. My last Europe trip was very, very different. So, my favorite I think was Namos.
Yeah, Namos.
I feel like Namos was so much fun. I've never had a lunch like that. That's dancing on tables, everyone getting around, all the fun.
I mean, why isn't Sydney like that? Honestly, if there was somewhere where you could go out for lunch and go into dancing on tables, I feel like it'd be booked out every day.
Honestly, coming back, I'm like, Sydney has no vibes.
No vibes. And especially coming into Sydney winter, I've come back into seasonal depression. I'm trying to trick myself into being everyone's like, oh, how are you dealing with the cold? And I'm like, no, I'm actually really liking it. I'm gaslighting myself.
Are you? Because you said that yesterday. We were like, okay.
I mean,
maybe it's not so bad. I like it.
Yeah, it does work. And my housemate's like, oh, it's so cold here. I'm like, it's actually quite nice.
I can't say that I relate to that.
Being in 40-degree heat. I don't know. I think I'm just trying to make the best out of the worst situation.
I do like the positive attitude.
But I was hoping that I'd come back and it'd be warm. I don't really want to lose my tan. But I think it'll happen.
It's going to happen
really
quickly,
It's
sadly.
Really cold.
Yeah, when I got back, it was a cold spike. I feel like it's not as bad now, but it was freezing, and it really was a reality check.
Yeah.
But I like this positive attitude. We're on our way to summer.
Yeah.
And there's nothing like Oz summer. So
I love summer. And this is something that we're going to talk today about. Brat Girl summer is coming in hot. We had a little bit of a taste of Brat Girl summer in Europe, and now Sydney, when it comes around, it'll be a Brat Girl summer.
100%. I want to be in my clean girl, wholesome era until summer.
Me too.
And then it's a Brat Girl summer.
Just get ready for it, get prepped, be doing all the things, and then, it is a Brat Girl summer. So.
Well, I guess that leads into our episode today. We're going to do our hot takes just on a bunch of either trending topics that people are really talking about at the moment, or just general dating life topics. And we're just going to have a chat and give you guys our opinion because we've got things to say.
We do. Our first one was actually Brat Girl Summer. I am here for this. Charlie XCX has spoken and the people have listened. It's crazy how much influence that she has had over everyone.
I am obsessed with all of it. Not only the album is so iconic, I have it on repeat. It's all I've been listening to since it came out. And the whole cultural phenomenon of being a brat is just, it's amazing. It's done so much.
Good. Have you listened to her describe what a brat is?
Yeah.
The description.
Yeah.
I'm like, that makes me feel so much better about myself.
I know.
Because I feel like I can relate to that where it's it is just the average girl where you're yeah, you are, I mean, mostly put together, but you're a bit of a brat as well. Like,
You're a bit messy, a bit chaotic.
yeah.
Like, it just doesn't have to be so like now seeing the aesthetic clean girl, like that girl morning routines, I'm like, no, I've seen enough of it. Like, I don't want
Yeah.
to see it anymore. Like, it's not realistic.
Yeah.
And being a brat, it's so much more iconic. It's so much more fun, especially for summer. I mean, at the moment we're in a brat girl winter, but I'm okay with that.
Well, I was just in brat girl summer for a while.
True.
But yeah, now we are definitely well and truly in brat girl winter. But I have seen like people even make TikToks about this, like Abby Chatfield saying, I feel like it's literally changed the clubbing. Well, we'll see, TBC, but the clubbing scene in Australia, because it just makes it more fun and cool again.
Yeah.
Like, it has died a lot, and we were just kind of talking about that, like especially us being over in Euro summer. It's not the vibe. Like, I went out this weekend and I was like, what am I doing?
No, every time I go out in Sydney, myself and my housemate are like, no. Like, no,
Yeah.
that was not the vibe. It's just, I feel like I hope it does resurrect the clubbing scene a bit, because
It does make you want to
It
go
feels
out. Like, it
dead.
makes you want to have fun. It's like,
yeah, that is the best pre-drinking album ever. Like, getting ready, pre-drinks. I'm literally obsessed. And the new remix of Guess with Billie Eilish, I'm so obsessed with it. Have you heard it? It's all over my TikTok. It's like,
You were well and truly on this TikTok before, I feel like a lot of people.
yeah.
Like, I feel like it's not going anywhere, but I feel like you were
It's been
kind
here
of
for a
there
while.
before. It has been here for a
Yeah.
while. But like, it's just something that's literally everyone is talking about. Like,
know.
everyone's using the sounds. Everyone's listening to the album. Everyone's talking about being a brat girl summer. Like, it's literally the biggest. Everyone's dancing that apple dance.
Apple
like,
dance.
it's
Yeah, we
just
did
everything.
it for White Fox as well. I love it. I'm just obsessed with how creative some of the TikToks are getting now, like about being a brat. And I really like all the brat ins and outs. And I feel like we should go through some of our brat ins and outs. So like, what's out? Let's talk about it in a
Okay.
summer perspective, because we're in our lead up to summer now.
Yeah, okay. I'm not talking right now. Right now, I'm going into a bit of hibernation before summer. I'm hibernating to be a brat.
Some peace and quiet.
I need some peace and quiet, honestly, because I have been a brat.
Well, I'm about to go into a brat girl summer because I'm going to Thailand
you are.
in 2 days. So this can be a good inspiration for me. Brat out, slick back buns. I'm saying out, slick back buns, in bangs for me.
Yeah,
I feel like bangs are quite brat.
I feel like I've always kind of been a bit of a brat. Like, I feel like it is kind of my aesthetic to a point.
Yeah.
My ins is like just having fun times with your friends. Like, just in summer, like we're not caring, like we're saying yes to things. Okay, yes, this is what my brat girl summer consists of. My brat girl summer is saying yes to everything, and I'm dancing all night with my friends, and I'm not going home early.
Love. Staying out late, no
Staying
sleep,
out late.
bus club, another club.
Fun summer vibes, like fun memories. In is fun summer memories. Out is staying inside when your friends are out. Like having nights in when your friends are having fun. That's
It's
out.
giving boring. Festivals are very in. I've got like 3 booked. I'm very excited. Micro shorts. I'm really in my micro shorts era. I feel like they're very bratty. Over accessorizing, like so much jewelry that it's like, stop. You're blinding me. Messy eyeliner, I feel is very brat. Like, you know, the eye look where it like comes in. I feel like that's very brat.
That's going to be in for you.
Yeah, I think so. Like really dewy skin, but like smudgy eyes. I feel like unfollowing people is very brat.
Yeah. I actually went through and unfollowed a lot of people yesterday, and I was like, I don't even really know you. Why am I following you? So unfollowing people is out. Yeah,
And
I feel
not
like
muting them, like unfollow. I don't care if they know that's brat.
Yeah.
Not caring what people think, I think is good.
Yeah. In for
summer.
brat girl summer.
Yeah. And
Mini skirts.
yeah.
I feel like
Mini skirts,
I
boots.
feel like I can get into the over accessorizing a bit more.
Yeah.
For brat girl summer.
Mm-hmm. It's really fun to just wear like a little mini dress or something, but like heaps of jewelry and like belts, and the sunglasses is a vibe. I have an outfit. I'm going to this beach club in Thailand and I've got these huge sunglasses, and I think I'm just going to initiate my brat there.
You're really embracing this.
I think I am. I feel like my style has always kind of been a little bit bratty, especially in the last like year, but I'm really going to embrace it in summer.
I love this for you.
Thank you.
Sliding into DMs. I feel like that's something that could go hand in hand with Brat Girl Summer, to be honest.
It kind of is. It's like the whole Brat Girl Summer is just like not caring. We don't care. We shoot our shot.
And you know what? When you do slide in, it is giving that you don't care. Like I've never really slid into not that I do it on the daily, but whenever you do slide into someone's DMs, you're not caring. You're just like,
it
it's
shows
not that
confidence.
Deep. Yeah.
But will I do it? Probably not.
You know what my thing is, and me and Cody have actually spoken about this. I'm not good on the comms very well. Like I don't really like I do message people back, and I've been trying to be better with this because I'm like people start to get annoyed. But yeah, I'm not really out here sliding into people's DMs.
No.
Are you?
No, definitely not.
Like when was the last time you did?
I don't know.
She does know. You do know.
Yeah, okay, I did recently.
When did you do this?
I did this a few weeks ago. But I had a lot of like support previously that I knew that I wasn't going to get rejected.
But was it like it was someone that you already were kind of it wasn't like an off the like
No.
I don't know you slide in.
Oh, no, I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I can do that. But maybe that's something to work towards in summer. Actually, my summer is about being bold.
Okay.
That's Brat, I feel. I just want to be like making bold moves, but with a balance of like respecting yourself. Like you're not
we're not
you're not just doing
Brat
crazy
not respecting
things.
Yourself.
Yeah,
I
it's
feel
like
it's still
self-respect, but like going for what you want. But then when that's like not serving you anymore, like cut it off.
I feel like Brat is unbothered energy. Like if it's like an equal respectful situation, great. If it's not, then you don't care enough to be dealing with that.
Exactly.
What's your take on it?
I should do it more. We were saying that we're not so good on the comms. I agree. I feel like we are really busy, and obviously we work in social media. So sometimes I get home and I'm like, I don't want to look at my phone. I've been looking at it all day.
Also, how do people reply when they're at work? Like that's my thing. Like my housemate was saying to me, because when I was messaging someone and she was like, I was like, oh, I only really reply like a few times a day. And she's like, no, you need to be replying more. I'm like, when?
Yeah, I know.
When?
I know. That's my problem too, is like I'll get into a spiral. Well, not a spiral, but I'll get in the mood of like wanting to match with people or like chat to people. And then that energy like dies off and I don't care about that anymore. And then I leave it for like 10 business days. And then I go back into one of those moods and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. And that just, you can't do that if you want to actually date someone.
No, I don't think it works like that. I think we actually need to be responding to people.
Yeah.
But I have gotten better in this year.
That's good.
Believe.
That's really good.
And I guess when you are like semi like, okay, this person,
yeah,
like I want to message them, I guess you would.
Yeah, the thing is I feel like I lose interest quickly.
Yeah. That just means they're not the right person though. It's not that you lose interest like if it would be the right person.
But maybe I'm not giving them a chance.
Yeah, exactly. It's not that you're losing interest like if they were the right person. It's just that you're attracting like 21. But anyway, so our hot take is I think that it is bold, and I think that you should go for what you want. I think if you want to slide into someone's DMs, that you should go for it, because it's like you need to pick what you want. Like if you're not doing that, you're letting whoever's sliding into your DMs decide, I think that girl, I want to talk to them. But you should be like,
we're not leaving it up to them.
I think that guy's cute. And I feel like I've heard so many stories of when their success stories is like actually the girl does make the first move. Like not like a massive first move where it's like demasculating, but it's just like a little hint, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's just like, hey, or like a little slide into the DMs. Like
What are we doing though? If we're DMing them, what are we saying? I feel like a tape. Hi.
Hi.
Because, okay, here's the thing is if it's just like a hey situation, I feel like the conversation's so boring.
Yeah.
I think like a reply to a story is the best, but boys don't post that many stories.
Yeah, that is the thing, isn't it? Because like it is easier for them to slide in
Yeah.
because you've posted something.
Yeah. Like I might have to wait 6 months before I can slide in.
Like I've sometimes had the thought in my head, okay, I'm going to reply to their story once they post one. And then by the time they post one, I've forgotten that I was even going to do that because it's taken them a few weeks. Or it's like a random like beach photo or like I don't know, some random car or something. And you're like, well, what am I going to reply to this?
See, I don't hate a story like as a girl, like liking a guy's story.
I give out story likes.
Yeah.
But I hate when they come to me.
But if it's
no, I actually don't mind it. I'm like, oh, hey.
If it's someone that you want to message you and then you like their story, I feel like that's like giving like intense eye contact if you were out with them. You're like,
is it though? Like one story like.
Come on over. Woo.
If a guy likes my story, I'm like, it's not that deep to me. I don't even really notice, especially if it's just once. Do you? Cody's thinking,
like,
okay,
they didn't slip and fall into the like button. They did it on purpose.
Someone likes Cody's story and she's like, okay, they actually really want to date me. Like, they're really into me. They're giving me this really
Am I
intense.
wrong? Am I wrong?
So apparently a story like equals really intense eye contact. Maybe we should make this a little snippet and ask them what they're thinking. Yeah, I don't know if that's okay. What does a story like mean?
Okay, boys, tell us. What does a story like mean? Because I'm of the impression
that it's an intense stare in the eyes.
It means something because you're not just going to accidentally get there and like the story.
I think it's not that deep.
Well, it's not that deep, I don't think, but like it still means something.
Okay, well let's see.
Let's
what
let the people tell us. They're gonna be like, "You're stupid."
No, let's see. I think that's a good one. That's a good one to put out there. We can get some opinions.
If it's multiple, that's when I'm like, relax. If they keep liking my story but not messaging me, I get the ick.
Do you know what I think it is?
What?
They're not really that interested. They just want to keep you there as like, I'm here. I might message you one day. I'm not like interested enough to message you or like take you out on a date. But like if I see you out, you know I've been like making that tiny little effort to like your story. So if you see me out, like we will chat and like, I don't know. That's
true.
That's my take on it personally. But I don't know. Let's ask.
I think it could be both.
Yeah, okay.
It's probably more likely that it's yours though.
We'll see. What's our next hot take though? But end of the story. I think that we should be sliding into DMs of people that we're like, if you are really looking to date, it doesn't hurt to slide into DMs because that's you making your choice of the type of person that you're wanting to date and you're putting that out there.
I agree.
And guys probably don't get it all the time, or do they?
Well, who knows? Maybe if all these girls are being brats, then probably they will. The next one is the Who the Fuck Did I Marry exposing series on TikTok.
I haven't seen this. See, I don't know if I've been on this site, this algorithm. Like, why don't you explain it to people who haven't?
So from the Who the Fuck Did I Marry series, like last year, I feel like it's inspired a movement of the girlies exposing their cheating, disgusting ex-boyfriends who have wronged them. It was a wild time to be on the internet. And then the recent one, which has gone crazy, is Madeline RG and Central C with the whole Ice Spice drama. So do you know much about this?
No.
So he has basically released this song with Ice Spice and it's all about how he's cheating on Madeline with a lot of girls, but Ice Spice being one of them. And so they've created this whole PR campaign where it looks like they're together, but Madeline was like, didn't know anything about it and was under the impression that they were still together. And then everyone was like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing for you that you're like standing by him while he's doing this to you. And she said that like it took her like a week to respond, but she was like, I had no idea. Like we're over. I literally have not been able to get out of bed. Like so depressed. This is like, and like went through and exposed everything that he did, and it was crazy.
I need to watch this. So has she done a series as well?
She did a series. I think it was only like 3 parts, and then she's done a few follow-ups. But I feel like the trend now is just like exposing the tea and like keeping the people informed, and I love it.
Well, Georgia Hazarati actually did this too, didn't she? Like she kind of did this before it was even fully a thing. Like she did that 3-part series. Like I think she was obviously pushed to do it. But then this situation, like obviously Brooke's just done it years later when she's like done it at a different time where it wasn't needed. But it sounded like Madeline, she had to.
Yeah.
Like if she's had this happen, there's no other way. You have to speak publicly. It's crazy now.
Yeah, we have to defend yourself. I feel like
Yeah.
there's some instances where as like a A-list celebrity, maybe you can ignore it because it's not like it kind of brings you down to like the level of people hating on you. But when it's like the comments are getting like too much and everyone's talking about it, you kind of do as like a person that talks regularly on social media.
You have to
address it.
Yeah. That is wild, isn't it? Like imagine like dating someone and it's all a lie.
Ooh.
And it's just crazy to me that he's done it like that.
It's so wild. And she's been exposing him with like screenshots of him since they've had this whole blow up, and she's exposed him saying, oh, you should post this and have the same caption on your Instagram as Ice. Like trying to like it'd be really good for socials if you do this. She's like, what? Like, what are you doing?
That is wild.
I know. It's like, what? It makes him just look so bad. I can't.
I need to watch all of this. I'm not informed on this, but so basically now it's a trend that everyone else has started exposing people.
Well, yeah.
Do you know what's just wild? It's like this TikTok now that people can just so easily access to tell millions and millions and millions of people their story.
I know.
And their breakup story.
I know. There's some stories that I see that I'm like, that should not be on TikTok. Like this person should not have a
I couldn't
platform.
do it. Unless you were someone like Madeline who had to speak back about what had been happening. I couldn't.
I know. I feel like there's a like fine line between like letting people know and creating kind of content out of it, because what else are you going to do? Like making light of the situation or like profiting from it, go off. But like also it's just like a bit more tasteful sometimes if you don't say anything and just like move on and like revenge is like just being okay and like slaying on your own.
It's just like I'm good without this situation.
Yeah.
It's character building sometimes. Like it is just wild sometimes the story that you hear and like what people go through. But yeah, I don't know how I'd feel about blasting it on. Imagine posting like sometimes like I'm posting a photo and I'm like, oh, should I post this? I posted a bit too much this week. Like my Europe content, I'm still posting it. I'm like, should I even be posting this? Imagine posting out your
absolutely.
Imagine posting out your whole breakup story.
20-part series. But I'm here for it. It's so entertaining.
Yeah, I would be good to watch. And I think I would like to get on this side of TikTok because I love hearing about this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's good content. Like it's great content.
Yeah.
To
People
listen
love
to.
hearing about like dating fails, breakup, horror stories. Like that's why we talk about them so much, because we like listening to them. I mean, we hate it for you guys, but like people like listening to that crazy. And I think it's because it makes you feel a little bit better about your life. Like we have all been through some crazy stuff, and like hearing about the stories, it's like, okay, all right.
It's scary out there.
It's terrifying.
Like people are like, you don't actually know people sometimes. And like, that's what it shows with these people. Anyway,
I want to keep seeing it.
Yeah, I'm going to get on this side of TikTok. Our next hot take is love you first, like saying I love you first, or being boyfriend, girlfriend first.
Yeah, so we saw this one because Georgia Murray, that we've had on the podcast from Love Island, made a TikTok that went pretty viral speaking about this topic and whether you should say I love you first or start dating first. And we need to talk about it. What do you think?
I haven't been in this situation for a long time, like mindset, because I think how I would date now is so different, and I've learned so much more than how I would have dated in the past. And I think a lot of people that would be arguing the point that you say I love you first maybe has had like when you're younger and you're in this relationship and you do kind of rush to say I love you and you think you feel all these feelings. Whereas now, personally, I would like it to be a bit more of a slow burn. I do understand like it is like hard to know what would come first. Like I do understand the point of why would you date someone now if you didn't love them? Like I do really understand that. But in my head it's always been that you would kind of be dating them first, because what they say in the first 3 months is when you want to be like, that's like, I don't know, a bit of a universal thing that people say if someone isn't going to be with you after 3 months, which 3 months time, the thought of having a boyfriend is wild to me. Like, if I met someone yesterday and you told me that in 3 months time, so I don't know, even that's a bit wild. But even like loving someone in 3 months, like I just feel like you haven't known them for that long. Like I feel like to be fully saying like I'm in love with you, does it take longer than 3 months?
I think it does. I completely agree with you. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of hard because dating timelines are pretty messy now with like when you actually meet and how many dates, and if you're busy, it's like stretched out with a lot of time, and like say maybe by the time you are dating them, you do love them. But for me, I would much prefer to have that like exclusive like kind of label, I guess, with someone and then build up to loving someone.
Yeah.
I'm never going to say that without meaning it. Like I couldn't do it.
I think it just takes so long to know that. And like you don't want to be throwing that around. Like it probably takes you less amount of time to be like, okay, I know my decision. I think boyfriend first, boyfriend girl, like officially dating first, because it takes you it should take you a shorter amount of time, right? To be like, okay, I am really into this person. Like once you meet the person that you, I guess, meant to be with, you just want to be with them.
Yeah.
After a bit, you would be, okay, exclusive. Like it kind of comes first that you are both subconsciously not dating anyone else. You've met this person, you're not dating anyone else, you're exclusive, you're kind of like, okay, this is official. Then I think it takes a bit longer to be saying that they love each other.
I agree. And I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion, but I feel like if anyone says I love you too quickly, it's just lust. It's not actually love, because I think it actually takes a really long time to know someone fully. And I also do kind of think you have to be officially dating them to love them, because you have to feel like secure in it. So it's not just like a weird attachment. That's just my personal opinion.
No, I 100% agree. And for me, I feel like you would want to spread out those things as well. Like just having, okay, we're dating and now we're saying I love you. Everyone's situation is so different. And I've had friends recently that have had things happen a lot faster and they're so happy. So honestly, like every situation is different, and maybe we just haven't, I don't know, maybe that could, who knows?
Well,
like,
actually,
who actually knows?
The last time that I was dating someone, we said it all in one night. So that was crazy. And that was a while ago though. That's probably not what I would do now.
I think it's different as you get older and get into different relationships, and like you've had your first, I mean, like adult relationship. I do think you learn different things, and especially being for singlers, like having a few years single like we have, you just do learn a lot, and I don't know, I think it is different. But yeah, just having your first like spread out a bit longer does feel like it's no rush, is it? Like if you're going to have your rest of your life together, there's no rush to move in together and do all these things so quickly. Like spreading it out does almost feel a bit like you get to have your first a bit longer.
Yeah, and it's nice because as you said, it's like if you want to be with this person forever, which like hopefully that's the aim of a relationship normally, you've got literally so much time. Like and I think a lot of people get stressed and like caught up on the fact that things are taking longer. But sometimes that's for the best.
Agreed. But then again, like I said, I've got friends who are really happy with being the other way.
Yeah, true.
But
no judgment if it happens for anyone else. Like that's amazing. Got to go with how you feel, I think.
Yeah. And I think it does depend on you and the person and like where they're at. But yeah, personally, I think I'll take my time, and I agree. I think we both agree on that. So these are all kind of like dating ones, but soft launches or hard launches, when to do it, how far in we're doing it. Just initial thoughts on it all.
I think I'll be waiting a while in my next situation.
Yeah.
Like,
I think
as long
so
as
too.
possible.
I think when I get to the stage where I'm feeling like we're hanging out all the time regularly, I don't know, like when do you decide that it's okay? I guess when you decide that you want to be official, right? Like when you decide like, okay, I want to date this person, that's when you'd start posting.
I feel like I would do it when it feels weird that I'm not. Like when you're hanging out with them so much, they're in like all of your plans, all of your photos anyway. Okay, maybe I'll start posting a few. But I feel like I wouldn't go out of my way to do it like just so that people know.
No. Yeah, no. Agreed. It's not like oh my God, like I've got a boyfriend.
Yeah.
But it's like...
just so everyone knows.
Yeah.
I have a boyfriend.
But I feel like that would be what it is, isn't it? Like you have all these nice photos ananyway.
Yeah. It's like you want to share them because you're happy and like.
Yeah. But what would you start with? Like I don't think I'd start with that kind of photo. I think I would do a little bit of like a
launch plan.
Yeah. Like I wouldn't be going straight in with a feed.
No.
Post.
No. I think I'd do. I mean, the wine glasses are a nice touch, but I feel like I do that with my friends anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's very
like you're
soft.
gonna be like, Tim, can you get your hand in to see? But like, are you gonna be like, okay, do you mind just placing your hand here, the placement? Or you could do like a hand on the hip in the mirror.
Yeah, that's nice.
Low exposure.
I really do like the soft launch plans when girls like really do a tease of their boyfriend for a really long time.
I think it's cute.
Yeah.
I do like it. It's like just like, oh, there's someone there, but you don't know who yet.
Yeah. Yeah. I like it. I think I'll do that for a long time, actually.
Mystery man.
Yeah.
You're going to start getting some eyes in your like DMs, eye emojis, like who is this man?
Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, I would be the same. Who knows, honestly. I don't know who I think I'm talking about this. I haven't really fully thought about it, but I do think it's cute, like when I see little bits.
Yeah.
Like a little, like, you see like a bit of a staycay and you're like, oh, who are they with? Or like the wine glass and dinner.
Yeah.
And you're like, they're definitely with someone.
Yeah. I think I like being a bit more mysterious on like not giving too much on social media.
Well, it's also not that deep. No one's paying attention to our soft launch plan.
That's so
but
true.
I
no
like
one
the
actually
aesthetics
cares.
of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like the aesthetic. I think it's cute. I think it's cute to have a few little bits. Or like they're in a photo dump. That's what I'd do. They'd be in a photo dump. They'd maybe be like number 4 or 5.
Yeah.
And it'd just be like something like not fully them,
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we're at the beach or like, I don't know, there's something. Maybe it could be the hand, staycay, something.
Yeah.
They're like maybe number 4 or 5 in the photo dump. And then it takes a while to get like the full feed post.
I agree 100%. It's mystery out here. I like it. Having your boyfriend on Find My iPhone or having their passwords?
I don't think it's essential, but I don't think it's like, I think if you're living with someone, I think it's normal to have them on Find My iPhone. Like, I always check where my housemates are on Find My
Find My
iPhone.
Friends.
Find My Friends, sorry. Find My Friends, because I'm like, I don't know. It's just, I want to know where they are. I get home, I'm like, are they home yet? It's not.
It's more a safety thing.
A safety thing.
For my friends, anyway.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I don't see anything necessarily wrong with having it on Find My iPhone, but I don't think it's essential that I'd be like, okay, you need to,
Yeah, I feel like if it came up, like I have my friends for convenience of like, I don't have to message them. I just know, like if I'm meeting them where they are or whatever, and for safety. And I feel like I'm not really an avid checker of it. Like some of my friends are little stalkers on there. But I don't know. I feel like sometimes girls want to have their boyfriends on it so that they can like be keeping track of where they are at all times. Maybe when it's a bit more of a toxic situation.
I think it would take it a while for me to want to have that.
Yeah.
Like I think it would be like a full like it'd take a while to want them on Find My iPhone. Because actually, maybe I'm against it. I don't know, until marriage.
I think I'd only do it if like we were at a festival or something like that,
like if
where
you're
you
in
actually
Europe.
need it. Yeah, exactly. Just for like safety purposes. And then I'd
Yeah.
probably like you just keep it. But like I probably wouldn't go out of my way to ask for their location.
No. And passwords, I mean, like,
I think that's overkill.
I think, like, well, it'd be weird if you couldn't put the music on. Do you know what I mean? Like, if it's like, oh, can I change the song? Like, I wouldn't, like, you wouldn't, like, ask to exchange passwords, but, like, I think it would be weird if you couldn't just.
Oh, yeah. Phone password. Yeah.
Oh,
so
do
you
you
can
mean
just, I mean like social media passwords.
Oh, no way.
That's
No,
weird.
No.
Yeah.
That's like, yeah.
You need some privacy. I
Yeah.
would not want someone checking through my messages just because like, not that there's anything bad there. It's just, that feels like an
Personal,
invasion of
yeah,
privacy.
Agreed.
But phone password, yeah.
Phone password, not for the fact of anything else, but it's like, oh, can you just call my mum?
Yeah.
Like, and what, you're just going to type it in every time?
Yeah.
I think if you're in a healthy relationship, all those things are just normal to have without even thinking about it, but it can be used in a toxic way, which is why I think some people are so against it.
Yeah.
But it would, yeah, I think it's fine.
Yeah. No, I agree. Okay. I think this is our last one.
So the last one is plans the day of, like making plans the day of. I seen this TikTok and this girl got asked on a date on the day of the plans and she wasn't going to go. And her dad was like, why aren't you going to go? And she was like, well, it's like low effort. I'm not going to go. And he's like, well, you're free. You're not doing anything tonight. He's messaged you because he feels like he is in his best energy to date, obviously, because you never know what, I don't know, like you can control things, but like if you're obviously know you're having a good day and you're like, okay, I really want to see this person tonight and they've asked you and you've got no plans, like you know that he's going to be in a good energy and he's going to be his best version of himself. So I usually am like, no plans the day of.
Yeah.
But like if it is a spontaneous thing where they're like, oh, are you free tonight? Can we do this? I think it just depends on the effort made in that too. Like if it's like, okay, I've got tonight, are you free tonight? Like, do you want to go and get dinner here? And it's like actually nice plans. I think it just depends like the context of it, doesn't it?
Yeah. I actually think at first I was like, no, like I just don't know if I agree with that, with what the dad said. But if it's not a first date, then maybe it is okay. I don't like it for a first date, but if you've already seen them, you've had a really good time, and then they're like, what are you doing tonight? I think that's okay.
Yeah. I think it would just depend on the context for me and the message that was sent. Like if it was just like, oh, I know it's last minute, but like tonight I'm free. Like, are you free? Is there any chance you're free tonight? Because like if there's giving effort, I think in that message. But if it's just like, oh, do you want to come over to, like, or do you want to go grab a movie, like watch a movie tonight?
Yeah.
You know, like that's different, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it does depend on the context of the message.
Yeah, I feel like if it was more of an exception, like like something's freed up tonight, or like letting them know of the situation, like I know it is last minute, that's okay. But yeah, if it is just the standard, then like absolutely
Agreed
not.
on the standard. Like if it is just like kind of like, I feel like there's a difference between that and then the difference between like this person's just gotten like we're waiting for other plans, no other better plans have come through. So I understand your perspective if it's like that. It's just like they haven't got anything better to do. So they're like, oh, what am I going to do tonight? I'm going to message this person. You're available. See, that's the thing as well, though. We don't want to just be available. Like, you don't want to be just available. Because even if I have a night planned by myself and I haven't got anything on that night, I've kind of got plans as in like, okay, you know what you're going to do. Like, I'm going to make this for dinner. I'm going to watch this on Netflix, or I'm going to like clean the house, or whatever it is that you're going to do. Like, I'm going to go grab dinner with my friend, or whatever it is. Like,
and those nights are important.
I know. And you don't want to say no to yourself if you've already made those plans in your head. But I think if there's effort shown, then maybe it's okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm going a bit round and round with this one.
It's very dependent on the situation, I would say. That just doesn't really go with my whole schedule. Like I want to pack my bags in advance. I want to figure out my outfits in advance. I want to figure things out. It's just not really going to work with me.
And if you've made plans for yourself, then I think it is also different that you're like, don't want to say no to it.
I agree.
Because we're not giving up plans for a man's.
Absolutely not. Oh my God, if you cancel on the girls to go out with a boy, literally jail time.
Yeah, no.
Like that is a crime.
You're not changing any plans. Like even like if you've had something on the night before, like and you have plans the next day to like go to the gym, whatever, like nothing changes. You need to keep your exact plan.
Yeah.
I feel.
When you start making sacrifices for a guy that you barely know, that's when things go wrong.
Yeah.
That's when things
And
go
we're not
very,
doing
very
that.
wrong.
We're not doing that.
No.
Anyway, that was our hot takes for today.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed.
I know. I feel like most of them weren't too unpopular. Our opinions.
No, I don't think so. I feel like they're quite popular opinions, maybe.
I guess we'll see. Let us know what you think. I'm very interested to hear about the story likes. So have a look on our socials for the responses there. Okay, well.
Thanks for listening.
We
hope you enjoyed the episode. Make sure you subscribe and download wherever you get your podcast.
And make sure you follow us on Instagram and TikTok at White Fox Afterhours, and we'll see you next week.